telling you, man. This is how we as men should feel, man. I'm walking out of the gym, farmer carries only the entire workout. Just fucking push the weight as heavy as I could go to the point where I could only get one walking, only one way down the aisle. And now I'm sitting here feeling like $1,000,000, like a million zillion bucks, My body's just pumped full of blood, pumped full of energy. My heart's racing. I feel grounded. I feel energized. I feel awake. I feel strong. I feel powerful. I can reach whatever my goals are today. And this is how men should feel. We're not meant to feel anxious and depressed and sad and weak and afraid. We're not meant to feel like that, man. But it's the world we live in. There's so many distractions. There's so much craziness around you at all times. What else are you supposed to do, man? I mean, we're conditioned to be this way. Conditioned since birth to grow up. I mean, who is this ego mind? Who are we? Who are you? Who is this I you refer to? You say, I'm afraid. I can't do it. You say, I don't want to embarrass myself. You say, I'm afraid of what other people think of me. Who's the I? Who is the I? It's an ego. It's thought patterns that are built up over time that are conditioned into us as we grow. That's why kids, they don't give a fuck. They'll be on the playground laughing, having a good time, spinning around on the fucking monkey bars, doing flips and yelling and screaming and playing with their friends they don't care. They don't care what the cars passing by on the street think. They don't care what the teachers think. They don't care what the other kids think. They're all just being. So as we grow up and we continue to live on, just this conditioning and this imprisonment into these mental patterns just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. It's like ivy. It's like ivy constricting a tree. It's invasive. It's suffocating. And it grows immensely quickly. If you ever seen ivy, wrap itself around a tree and start to suffocate the tree all the way from the trunk, within months up to a couple years, the ivy's, thicker than my forearm. And that's what these conditions, that's what these mental patterns are. They condition you to be afraid. They condition you to be distracted. They condition you to think that you don't have freedom, that it's, not everyone can escape the 9 to 5. They condition you to think that these disabilities and mental health issues are just that, disabilities, but they're not. They're not disabilities. You're not disabled. You're out of balance. And so, I don't know what else to say. This is a call to action. If you're a young man, I'm 19 years old. If you're anywhere in that range, you could be from 15 to 25 to 35. There are older men that are also in this place. And you feel lost and you feel anxious and you feel depressed. Or you feel like you have a bigger desire, a bigger calling, a larger potential in life that your heart is calling you towards, or even just the opposite, and you know for a fact that what you're doing now isn't right, then this is a call to action to take one step in front of the next and find what that calling is. And not only that, but if your mind isn't right, if your emotions aren't right, get your body right first, It doesn't have to be going to the gym and working out every day. It doesn't have to be swimming. It doesn't have to be yoga. It doesn't matter. It's what you enjoy. But get your body moving. Our bodies are meant to move hours a day. So walk. If nothing else, go for a walk. Go for a walk. If you can't go for a walk, do wrist exercises. Just spin your wrists. Spin your head around. Do whatever you can do, but get your body moving. Start breaking out of these physical patterns, because that's what happens. You know, when you're 6 and you're starting to hear this conditioning coming in and it's already being built into your mind, but you don't let it get to your body yet. You're not afraid of what people think. So you'll scream, you'll, throw fits and throw your fists around on the ground, roll around and laugh and cry and express. But as we get older, these conditioned thought patterns don't just stay as thought patterns, they become physical patterns as well. It's built into your body. It becomes who you are. It controls you. It constricts your body. It constricts your range of movement. It constricts your ability to express. It constricts your ability to create, to procreate. So get your body right. Get your body right. Exercise. Eat clean food, vegetables, fruits, clean meats, not, the cheapest ground beef you can find at the grocery store. If you're going to eat meat, go to a butcher and know where your meat is coming from and know that it is a source that you actually want to be eating. And even then, there's no way to tell what's safe to eat anymore. You don't know where any of this food is coming from or what the food and water sources for these food sources were. So you don't know what's truly safe and what's going to be safe for your body to eat and optimal for your body to eat. So, it's easiest to stick to garden vegetables and grains at times and water. That's what it is. See, mind, body, spirit, they all balance each other. If one is out of line, the other two will also start to become out of line. If your emotions are wrong, it's most likely because of an imbalance somewhere else in your life. If your mental space is wrong, it's because of an imbalance in your life. And most of the time, it comes back to the body, for men at least. I can only speak from my experience and the people that I have talked to and the people that I've helped and the people that I've seen grow. But when men are willing to just forget about their image, forget about what people think about them, forget about what they think about them fucking selves, and just put the ego aside, be present, start breathing, ground yourself, slam your heels into the ground and shake your body and pick up the weight and start moving it. You transform. Your mind transforms. The negative thoughts, they start to go away. Especially if you meditate, the negative thoughts, they start to go away. You'll see them pop up. Oh, negative thought, demon calling you. But you realize the thought, the feeling, the demon that's calling at you, that's not you, and you let it pass. So, same thing with anxiety and depression. They're emotional problems that aren't disabilities. Bipolar disorder, it's not a disability. It doesn't have to disable you if you don't let it. They want it to. They want it to disable you. But are you going to allow them to control you? Are you going to allow those words to control you? You're not those words. You're not a disability. You're not a bipolar person. You're a person that experiences bipolarity. You're not a depressed person. You're not an anxious person. You're a person that experiences anxiety and depression. The negative thoughts are not you. You're not a negative thinking person. You're a person that experiences negative thoughts. And when you can become present, when you can practice meditation and clearing your mind and letting thoughts pass you by, just becoming aware of them. And do the same thing with your body. Don't allow other people's images or your own image of yourself to hold you back, but rather keep your mind set on what your goal is and take one step after the next towards your goal without fear, because you know that the only thing separating you and your goal is time. And, of course, men have emotions too. This is not to say shut your emotions away. Quite the opposite. Find a way to express them. But start with the body. Start with walking. Start with lifting weights. Start with swimming. Start with yoga. Start with stretching. Whatever it may be. Start with the body. Break the physical conditions and you will break the mental and emotional conditioning. Hopefully, how the fuck could I forget? Cold showers. Don't be a bitch and turn that water to steaming warm and sit there until you feel ill because the comfort is too much. Turn it on cold. And experience the warmth that comes after. Experience the pure bliss that comes after when you turn the shower off and you stand in the air and feel the air just warming up your skin and feel the energy that it brings out of you. Hopefully this video helped. I don't know where this came from. I'm just walking out of the gym with some wild energy today and felt like I had to share something. So also, this lighting is terrible. It's still early morning. We out here working. And that's all it is. Becoming better versions of ourselves every single day. And I hope you are doing the same. And if you're not, just know that no one can force you. And more importantly, you wouldn't want anyone to force you. You wouldn't want anyone to make that decision to become a stronger, better version of yourself for you. Don't let them control you. Don't let them decide who you need to be and what version of yourself will be strongest. Only your heart knows that. So give yourself permission to find what that strongest version, that truest version of yourself is. Give yourself permission to find that calling. And then also give yourself permission to become and be that person now. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait for a change of scenery. You don't have to wait for a change of... You don't have to wait for someone else to put what you desire on a silver platter. Just decide that your goals are yours. Yours to take. And then go after them. With a clear mind, a clear heart, and walk in the spirit in a sense. Yeah. Walk every day in the spirit. Because that spirit is aligned to your goals. That spirit is your truest self. And that's where the goals lie. In just multiple versions of your truest self that evolve throughout time. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I hope you all have a lovely day. I'm not sure when this video is going to go up. I've recorded 1 or 2 other videos as well, and haven't posted any of them yet as of recording this. So, I don't know. I'm going to upload them now. Because I have to. Because that's my calling. Peace.